And we are back with more Wings of Liberty campaign. Just to summarize, last time we did the Siege Tank mission, we put our Vikings to use, and we unlocked the Crystal mission. Now, the Crystal missions are going to make your Terran missions easier, but the Terran mission cannot make the Crystal missions easier. So there's really no point in not doing the Crystal mission as soon as you get it. That's also one of the reasons why we did Zil, to unlock the Crystal missions.
The hounds of the void are closing in. I impart my memory, my very essence, into this Ihan crystal, so that you will see what I have seen, and that the future may yet have hope.
Zeratool. What the hell have you gotten yourself into?
Friend Raynor, long has it been since we stood together against the Swarm. Since then, I have wandered the void in solitude, seeking an ancient prophecy, rumored to foretell the return of the Zelnaga. My sojourn led me to a remote world known as Ulan, where I discovered fragments of the prophecy, yet I was not the first to find them. It falls to you now, old friend, to relive my memories and believe. The Zerg swarm came, as was foretold. And the Protoss, firstborn of the gods, rose to fight them. Now, the Zelnaga that forged us all are returning. But do they come to save? Or to destroy?
I knew you'd find your way here. Eventually.
Your very presence defiles this place, Kerrigan.
Do you hear them, Zeratools? Whispering from the stars. The galaxy would burn with their coming.
Perhaps. But you won't live to see it!
Please. Our petty conflicts mean nothing now. The storm is coming that cannot be stopped. Fitting that we should face oblivion together.
Never!
cannot be changed. The end comes. And when it finds me, I shall embrace it at last.
The prophecy is uncertain. There is always hope.
So, first Protoss mission, where you don't get to build anything. So not much to be said about the unit composition here. I guess I'll just show a little bit of how I do each part as I do each part. There's a few things that I haven't thought of the first time I did this.
En Arudin Rashagal. There is much to
Interesting fact, Zeratools does more damage to armored.
Divided into fragments, each kept at separate shrines. I must gather them and depart this world quickly. This chasm is vast. It is fortunate that I can phase through the shadows to the other side.
Now, I like to keep the rocks undestroyed.
To the firstborn.
And the reason I do that is because then I can retreat with Blink across the rocks to buy myself some more time.
Spore crawlers can detect my presence. I should stun them with my void prism. Oblivion descends. Sukdash Salak. My allegiance is yours.
Just gonna do that, and then kill the Ultralisk. There's 2 Spore Crawlers, so there's no point in trying to kill those. I think they take 5 hits to kill.
We must not hesitate.
And the Ultralisk probably takes 6 or 7. So killing the Ultralisk is easier.
We must act. Arun Aladan. And that spore crawler can detect me from across the chasm. It must be destroyed.
I think Zeratools definitely paying for himself there. Even though a lot of these kills are Zerglings. It's a Roach. Leaves it with 22 health. Alright, Roaches don't have 125, they have like 140.
We must. That overseer can see through my cloak. I'd best stun it with my void prism before crossing this chasm. The first fragment of the prophecy. Soon all will be made clear.
why not surrender yourself to oblivion, Zeratul? Wouldn't it be better to end your struggle now than witness the final agonizing moments of your cease?
En Arudin. So much for Kerrigan's reprieve.
Oh, Shakuras.
In the campaign, Protoss learns to warp in without pylons. In Legacy of the Void, they get shits on. And they can't even warp in properly with pylons. They take twice as much damage and twice as long. Because fuck the Protoss.
Of High Templar, Karas. He is nearby.
Your presence is most welcome. Let us keep moving.
Somehow burrowing and getting out of vision makes the Stalker's shots miss.
Destroy their defenses before we proceed. As you say, I serve.
Did I piss off the Ultralisk? Nope.
I will be.
I kind of want to wait until the Void Prism is back on cooldown before engaging the Ultralisk. rid of that. Zeratul will hold position because we don't want you getting hurt. Then we can do that. Zeratul the KS.
That patrol of brood lords must be dealt with cautiously, or we will be torn asunder.
Now, I like to take the top broodlord first because it moves a little bit slower.
I am the heart of
So retard magnet 1, you're up.
You address me?
cold is the void.
There we go. And next up, retard magnet number 2.
You require.
I just want the the void prism to be back on before I try to do this.
I am the heart of darkness.
Let's go ahead and do that. Zeratul, you hold position 2 because I think the broodlord returns to the normal patrol path once the vision from the broodlings go out. Oh, there we go. Void prism. There's the auto attack. The 1A. Now I think we'll need another void prism to get rid of this.
Shozak Maknul.
There's the scourges, which all got ignored. Oh shit, no, Zeratools. We spend all that effort getting rid of the detection. We don't want to use the stalkers.
Shozak Maknul.
Zeratools Void Prism is back up. We're gonna use that to get rid of the Ultralisk.
Attack. Brace yourselves, my brethren. Calling.
3, 4, 5. Oh. Zeratool not doing the best. Oh shit. Apparently the Stalker is more interesting than Zeratool.
My allegiance is yours.
You require.
My birth.
I am the voice of the eclipse. Cold is the
One Stalker had to be a La.
Queen of Blades built hatcheries here. She seeks to subvert the
Okay,
sacred
now.
I shall put an end to that plan.
Gotta take care of the Garbelisks and the Gigi Lord separately. I think I want to get rid of this Spine Crawler first, though.
My burdens weigh heavily.
Did we anger the Broodlord? No, we did not. Can anger the Broodlord
I
later.
will erase.
And by that, I mean once Void Prism is back on.
Sukdash Salak. In the service of Ire. Ire will be
Okay, so I got rid of that. Oh, there, pissed off the Broodlord.
En Arudi.
And now what we have is a handful of Overseers that should be rather easy to clean up.
My allegiance is yours.
And Spine Crawlers.
Honor commands. In the service of
So got rid of that, and after we get rid of this Overseer, then we should be able to have Zeratool clean up the rest.
I am the voice.
Careful not to piss off the Broodlings.
Sure. I will be redeemed.
I guess he can't help now. There, Zeratool, all yours.
Shozak.
Can go ahead and leave the Broodlings and the drones or the larvae to die.
I will erase
It's not like they're gonna make a drone and remake the hatch.
the second fragment of the prophecy. My task is nearly complete.
as you can see, planetary defense was done correctly this time on here.
Your hope
No minerals.
is an illusion, old fool.
If you can so easily read my mind, Kerrigan, you'll see that I'll never give up, so long as hope remains.
Let's do the good old retard magnet on the Ultralisk.
Careful
No?
now. Kerrigan has set guards to bar our way. It could be a trap.
Come on, retard magnet the Broodlord.
We should take them out carefully, one at a time, or risk being overwhelmed.
Zeratool can clean up the Broodlings. And then we retard magneted the Broodlord over. The only thing that's sort of a problem is the Ultralisk. And I feel like Zeratool can take care of that once you have Void Prism back on.
State thy bidding.
I'll just take the Overseer as well, I guess. Now there's no more detection. Oh, there's the thing.
I am the voice of the eclipse.
So now that's the only thing left is Garbalisk and these. I love how the Spine Crawlers can hit Zeratool after I've stunned the detection, but the Stalkers can't hit the Hydralisk once I got rid of their detection.
You require.
I will erase the demon.
Now Banelings. Banelings are annoying.
Shadows.
We would want to get rid of the creep so that they run a little slower.
The banelings spew acid when they die. Stalkers, take them out from a distance.
So what you're supposed to do is alternate between these, but an alternate strategy is to just like blink back up here. It is interesting to note that everything will sort of disappear. No, not that. Like, the creep will disappear slowly, and also Zeratool. If you attack them with Zeratool after removing the detection, then that doesn't really work. Because the Banelings do use their attack once they die. So you can't just blindly use Zeratool to kill them, because they can't detect Zeratool. Now, as far as secondary objectives go, this is the first one. The first time I went through here, I actually missed all three of them. Or not all three, but I got the first one. The other ones are kind of hidden.
This hatchery must be destroyed if I am to keep the Queen of Blades from subverting this land.
Zeratool, your turn.
Dress me.
There's only one more detection item.
We are one with the shadows.
So it's all yours.
Burdens weigh heavily.
Get the Void Prism going. Of course, the Ultralisk in the campaign is Zerg like to make use of Burrow a lot. Although Burrow is rather stupid and worthless. I guess it's useful for saving your investors. That's the only use they actually have. There we go. Now the Ultralisk can cry while the larva dies. All those larvae could have been Ultralisks as well. Sucks, doesn't it?
Glory to the
Ah, shit, Banelings. Ah, one Stalker screwed up. Well, we got rid of all the garbage. Let's just take a little bit of time to regenerate some shields. I think the shields mechanics in here are actually better than the actual game, because they start regenning a lot faster.
my burden.
At least that's what I think. One Zergling left.
Spine crawlers. Kill them before they can take root and attack.
I think I did that wrong. I mean, it's not the end of the world if you let them burrow. This one was there a roach there.
Will fulfill my
Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna Void Prism that. And then we can just do this slowly. The only detection that remains is Overseer, and that also happens to provide high ground vision. So we can eliminate these spines when the Overseer is away, because he's kind of a la. Like, he doesn't... He doesn't come here and spot for the spines.
I will erase
So we got that going on. The next time the Overseer flies over, he's kind of gone. I think what you're supposed to do is line up your stalkers like this to block them.
High Templar Karas is nearby.
But as you can see, I have a slight misclick. And one stalker was a law.
Antaro Tassadar, Prelate Zeratul. I am High Templar Karas. My force tracked the Queen of Blades to this world, yet we know not what she seeks.
Kerrigan and I were both drawn here to uncover an ancient prophecy. With your aid, I pray we can discover it before her.
It is an honor, Great One. Lead on.
You know, on second thought, destroying those rocks would have been better. Well, at least the failed blink sort of fixed itself. More stalker? No more stalker?
I've placed the Ultralisk in a void prison. Bring it down, Caius.
Well, the Bobs have +3. The Zerg have no armor. Yay!
Zeratul, can you destroy the airborne Zerg?
So Void Prism there. Get rid of that one. It's really the GG Lords that are the problem.
These Nidus ruins must be destroyed, or the Zerg reinforcements will overwhelm us.
Zeratul has destroyed their works. Press on.
Now, before we get this last one, because once we get the last one, then we get a timer, and I don't want that. So what we're going to do is have the Stalker spot for this,
I will erase.
and then we're going to bring the Stalkers back here,
I will
wait for Blink to come off cooldown,
You require
and we're going to wait here. Taking this one head on is actually really, really hard.
The Queen
So
of
we're just gonna
Blades
do that.
seeks to pervert this world with that hatchery. I
They do
must
make
destroy
roaches, and there's 2 detection. So this is basically the best way to do it. It's just that Zeratools will need some more vision to blink back.
It is done. All of Kerrigan's hatcheries are destroyed. There is yet hope for this world.
You require
Shozak Maknul.
We are one with the shadow.
The final piece of the prophecy. It speaks of one who shall break the cycle of the gods.
Most ominous. But if the Queen of Blades seeks this prophecy, we must keep it from her.
The rest is obscured. What?
You might peel away the prophecy's layers, Zeratul, but you cannot outrun the doom that awaits us all.
We cannot prevail against so many.
I will stand against the Queen of Blades while you escape with the fragments.
I will not abandon you.
The prophecy is more important than either of us. Reveal its secrets, Zeratul. The future rests on it.
Your sacrifice will not be forgotten, brother.
I guess my one last comment is that if you're trying to get the Stalker achievement,
Must get to the void
you have to get the Stalkers in first. You can't have Zeratul go in first because he removes the ship's teleporting thing if he gets in. There's a successful blink train. One Stalker almost died.
En Arab
Now, I would suggest against breaking the rocks because it buys you more time. We'll go ahead and do that, do that, and we'll do that.
Now I shall become one with the
Stalker's in first, then Zeratool.
I cannot decipher the fragments on my own, yet I know who might interpret them. The preservers of Zakul. If they cannot, I fear this entire universe will burn.
And as you can see, the Hatcheries Destroy gives you Zerg research. The primary thing gives you Protoss research. So these missions are actually a really great source of research points, and you will be able to complete your research console rather quickly with them. What's funny is that after you completed this, you can still quote-unquote sell your samples to the Mobius Foundation for money. It's like, I didn't collect these samples. I've been looking at that crystal and learning from that. Nope, samples, sell. Oh well. I'm not arguing with the campaign. And it seems like we have more research. First of all, let's read the plate on the tanks. Got the Zerg. Got the Protoss. And now let's talk about research. Let's get over the first, the useful one first. Automatic refinery. This has always been my preference because first of all, it saves you 3 SCVs on each at the cost of 25 additional resource, essentially starting you off with 6 more SCVs than usual and also gas income. You will need the gas eventually, and it's nice to have that started right away without sacrificing your mineral income for that. Dual SCV production, also nice, but the problem with this is you won't start your gas first, and all the SCVs cost money, and in terms of what my experiences with both, I say that the automatic refinery is the superior choice. But this is by no means a bad upgrade. So I'll go ahead and pick this up. This also allows you to get the gas really easily in missions like the Banshee mission and the first Char mission without actually expanding. Now let's talk about this other one. Both of these are crap and they're not going to be useful. I've heard people say that this one can be useful for doing the Mobius mission, but I myself never get this because like this one does require a fusion core to get. I don't even make... I think I might make Starport in there. I just don't make fusion cores. Now this one is really good against Zerglings. If you play the Heart of the Swarm campaign on the Infestation mission, you will know that they do tear apart your Zerg units, but both of them are rather worthless. I'll get this one because it's slightly better, but that's not saying much since both are worthless. Now in terms of armory upgrades, let's take a look if we have new structure upgrades. Of course we do. Orbital command, very important. Let's pick that up right away. And this fire extinguisher is nice to have, but I think I want to prioritize siege tank primary target damage. It will help in the next mission we plan to do, which is not a Protoss mission. So I'll go ahead and pick that up, and if we have enough for this, then we'll go ahead and get it as well. The splash damage for tanks is not really that useful. I mean, yes, it's very nice, but it's not really that useful until your siege tank become a core unit composition, which happens in, I think, the last Char mission. Before that, I find siege tanks not being that widely used.
How long was I down in the lab, Matt?
You've been gone for hours, sir. You've been in the lab all that time?
I used the Eon crystal Zeratool gave me. I'd swear it only lasted a few minutes. So vivid. Zeratool's been searching for a Xel'Naga prophecy about the end of the universe. There's more. I just haven't got to it yet.
Actually, you've been in the lab for 25 minutes. I played through it. Maybe with the cutscenes and everything, it took a little bit longer, but I wouldn't say too much longer.
Good to see you, brother. I've been... Wait. I can see it in your eyes. You've seen into the spirit world. The Protoss. He gave you a crystal. A
And now you've been seeing what he's seen.
That ain't nothing to do with you. Stay out of my head, Tosh.
Have it your way. But you want to tread careful when you go looking into the beyond. If you need me, you know where I'll be.
These Tosh dialogues with the Protoss campaign is actually one of the main reasons why I like his character.
How did you become such good buddies with those freaky Protoss? All I hear is they kill Terrans like you and me on sight.
Some of them would. But some others would fight to the death protecting people like us. I helped them defend their homeworld from the Zerg during the First War. When Kerrigan came back leading the swarm, I helped him out again. They're real big on loyalty.
Damn, G. Almost sounds like you respect them.
I wouldn't expect you to understand, Tychus.
We have a very special guest today, Crown Prince Valerian. Thank you so much for joining us, Highness.
Thank you, Kate. It's wonderful to be here.
Let me get right to the question on everyone's mind. Is there anyone special in your life right now?
Truth be told, Kate, I've had a crush on you for many years.
Oh, stop.
But in all seriousness, with the Zerg invasion, there's little time for such things. I've been studying military tactics under General Warfield, and whatever spare time I have is devoted to statecraft.
You mean
It's
StarCraft?
my goal to be the best emperor our people could ask for. When the time comes, of course.
Wonderful. Now I've got 2 of them to worry about.
And that's pretty much everything we have. We're kind of out of money though. Should probably pick more up anytime soon. But still, crystal missions are important. They help make our other missions easier.